welcome to another episode of It's News to Me. I'm your host, Anna Cahill.
And I'm your co-host, Abby Lockwood.
And today, BATV has the scoop on your top world, national, and local news, including the kidnapping of villagers by Nigerian militants and details about Batavia School Board incumbents for the April election. In world news, according to the BBC, Nigerian militants attacked a village in northeastern Nigeria, killed at least 33 people, and kidnapped at least 100 others. A survivor said that he suspected Boko Haram militants had kidnapped the villagers from Gamsuri village. Cameroon's army explained that it had killed 116 Nigerian militants who had attacked one of its bases. No one knows exactly who carried out the attack on the village. However, officials believe Boko Haram militants are responsible. Boko Haram has been committing acts of terror since 2009 and are attempting to establish an Islamistic state in northeastern Nigeria. Previously, the group had kidnapped more than 200 schoolgirls from the town of Chibok in April, sparking international outrage. After a Taliban attack at a school in Peshawar, Pakistan's Prime Minister, Nawaz Sharif, has promised to bring an end to terrorism in his country. During the terrorist attack, the gunmen killed 141 people, most of them children. The Pakistani Taliban had explained that the reasoning behind their attack against the army public school was to avenge army-led operations against them in the Khabir and North Waziristan areas. Pakistani Taliban leader Mullah Fuzlah is believed to have coordinated the attack from Afghanistan, despite the terrorist group claiming the attack was planned by its military chief in the Peshawar region. Prayer vigils for the victims are being held nationwide, and Pakistani embassies across the world have responded by lowering their flags to half-mast. And now, let's head over to Bill McGrath with a Municipal Minute.
Hi, I'm Bill McGrath, the City Administrator, and I'm here for the Municipal Minute portion of It's News to Me on BATV. As we approach the end of the year, a lot has been going on. Just a quick reminder, if you still haven't had your leaves removed and you're not interested in mulching them or just leaving them where they lay, you can put them into the usual craft paper bags, put them out in front of your house on your regular garbage day without a sticker, and they will be picked up free of charge. The City Council approved a balanced budget for 2015 a few weeks ago and is calling for no revenues or increase in property taxes. There will be some utility increases that were approved 2 or 3 years ago. Consistent with the action of passing that balanced budget, the Council at the December 15th meeting approved a tax levy for next year which is lower than last year's. This is due in part to the payoff of a loan obligation. Now, as to whether an individual's taxes will actually decrease, stay the same, or increase is all a function of your equalized assessed valuation as determined by the township assessor. But the fact is that the City of Batavia is requesting fewer dollars from the community than it did last year. As we end our fiscal year, the city organization is involved in many other tasks. Wages and salaries were set for our non-union employees for the next 3 years. The council felt that though the economy has not gotten back to a semblance of its earlier health, it is stable enough to try and do some projections and get some stability in the organization and help us have some certainty and plan for the next 3 years. Our wages and salaries constitute about 77% of the expenses of the organization because, after all, we are a service organization. We also have 6 collective bargaining units in the city. We are negotiating with 5 of those groups right now, and we're working to reach reasonable agreements with them. We have fine relationships, so I hope to do that early in 2015. Along with some larger projects, a really interesting one is there will be a new Deer Path Road bridge built in the next couple of years, and the intersection of Deer Path Road and Main Street is going to change, either with the installation of standard traffic signals or the installation of Batavia's first roundabout. Along with that, the city has annexed some small portions of property along Deer Path Road to help with both of those projects. If you're interested in what a roundabout is all about, just go to YouTube and search roundabouts, and there's plenty of videos that show how they work. It's used quite successfully in Europe and successfully in Wisconsin, and more is used instead of traffic signals because it allows more traffic to actually get through a intersection safely and without stopping. The City Council, its last meeting, also extended the Batavia Enterprises redevelopment agreement with the city for the construction of a new Walgreens facility. They are still negotiating with Walgreens for a long-term lease, and without that, construction can't start. So they asked for another 90 days, which the City Council is very supportive of, and hopefully they will reach agreement much sooner than that, and we will see first some demolition, then a lot of earth being moved because of the topography of the site, and then finally the building itself. The City Council also approved a contract for a new city website, which we're very excited about. You know, websites are always changing. Ours is about 9 years old, and we need to upgrade it to meet the times. Batavia has a lot of information on our site. We've been analyzed and met with approval by organizations that look to see how much information is on government websites. But as we have more and more, it's more difficult to get access to all of it. So this new website project, we plan to make your search for information about our services or about our own governmental processes much easier. We hope to have a separate section, probably called a transparency section, so you can see most of the business that we take care of. We already have all our financial and budget information and check registers online, compensation of all city employees online, but we'll do all this in a manner in which it's easier for you to see and follow and to make requests for service from us ultimately. That's about all we have for this week's Municipal Minute, and I know that the Mayor and City Council and the staff wish you all a happy holiday. Be careful if it snows, and we will see you next year. Thank you.
In other world news, Australian police have said that a man who took 17 people hostage in a Sydney cafe on Monday was carrying an illegal firearm, according to the BBC. The gunman, Manharan Moniz, and 2 people had died during the hostage situation when police ended the 16-hour siege at Lindt Cafe. 3 other people and a police officer had suffered gunshot wounds. Prime Minister Tony Abbott said questions must be asked about why Moniz was not on a security watch list, despite having a history of violence and mental instability. In U.S. news, the United States has restored diplomatic relations with Cuba, ending more than 50 years of hostilities. Pope Francis has praised the reestablishing of relations between the 2 nations, which saw the releasing of prisoners from both countries. In addition to releasing of prisoners, President Raul Castro has asked the U.S. to end its trade embargo, which was established over 50 years ago, when the country turned to communism. The decision to end the embargo rests on Congress' hands, and many Republicans are said to still be deeply opposed to the idea. And now let's check it out with Michelle Martzell.
Hello, I'm Michelle Martzell, the Promotional Services Manager at the Batavia Public Library. The library is offering a number of programs for children during the school winter break. Join us for a drop-in craft, chess night, children's bingo, and movies. Please check out the calendar at bataviapubliclibrary.org for event dates and times. The library will be closed both Christmas Eve Day and Christmas Day. The library will close at noon on New Year's Eve Day and will be closed all day January 1st. Happy holidays from all of us at the Batavia Public Library.
Sony Pictures has canceled the release of The Interview after major cinema chains decided not to screen it, according to the BBC. The film, starring Seth Rogen and James Franco, is about a fictional plot to kill Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea. Hackers have carried out an attack on Sony and issued warnings for the public to stay away from theaters that were scheduled to screen the film. Criticism about the decision to not screen the film are concerned with freedom of speech, claiming that not showing the film implies that the terrorist won. Sony's share price has declined by a little over 5% since the hack was revealed. In other U.S. news, the American company Apple has halted online sales in Russia in response to the rapid decline in value of the Russian ruble. The company stopped sales of its products after the currency went into freefall. The ruble has fallen more than 20% this week, despite Russia's decision to raise interest rates by over 6%. Apple had increased its prices last month by 20% after the state of the ruble left products in the country cheaper than the rest of Europe. Russia's central bank has spent about $80 billion trying to restore value to the ruble. However, the currency has lost half its value since January when compared to the dollar. And now, let's head over to Sue Gillerlane with the board brief.
Hi, I'm Sue Gillerlane, the Communications Manager for the district, and I wanted to let you know about an important district-wide program for incoming kindergarten students. The program is Kindergarten Preview, and it's scheduled on Friday, March 13th, 2015. Kindergarten Preview is a one-hour session for children entering kindergarten in fall of 2015 and is held in each BPS 101 elementary school. Children must be turning 5 on or before September 1st to qualify. At Kindergarten Preview, children participate in activities as a small group and are observed by teachers and parents. The preview is an opportunity to see a sample of a child's fine motor, cognitive, speech, and language skills. To register your child for Kindergarten Preview, visit bps101.net and click on Kindergarten under the Programs tab. Once you are at the kindergarten page, click on the Kindergarten Preview Schedule link in the right-hand column. At the top of the Kindergarten Preview Schedule page, you will see a link to register for Kindergarten Preview in English or Spanish. This link will direct you to the registration process. Once you have completed the Kindergarten Preview online registration form, you will receive an email in early March confirming your scheduled time. Lastly, if you know of a family with an incoming kindergarten student, please let them know about Kindergarten Preview and direct them to the bps101.net site. Thank you for your continued support in district programming, and happy holidays to you and your family.
At least 8 people are seeking 3 four-year seats for the Batavia School Board this upcoming April election. Those running include Melanie Impastato, Kathy Dremel, Christopher Lowe, Ellen Knotts, Bill Gabriel, Ron Reckenmacher, Michelle Ochel, and John Dryden. All candidates filed their petitions Monday morning at the clerk's office, a first-time event, and they all live in Batavia. Reckenmacher is also running for a 4-year term on the Batavia City Council. Calling all talent-based reality show fans, the Batavia Fine Arts Center has a new show being featured this January that is sure to please viewers of all ages. On January 23rd of 2015, Batavia Fine Arts Center will be featuring Ballroom with a Twist. Ballroom with a Twist will feature not only dancers doing the samba, waltz, foxtrot, quickstep, and jive, but audience members will also see several American Idol finalists on stage. Ballroom with a Twist will also feature Tony and Anna, 2 professional dancers who are currently competing on ABC's Dancing with the Stars, Season 19. For more information and ticket prices, please visit Fine Arts Center's website at bataviafineartscenter.org. And now let's head over to the park bench with Katie Drum.
Hi there, I'm Katie Drum with the Batavia Park District, and I am the Marketing and Sponsorship Coordinator, bringing you news from the park bench. Are you looking for a wonderful place to host your fun holiday party? Well, we are the perfect place for you. You can celebrate your holidays in style with the Batavia Park District and make your event truly special. Shannon Hall is actually a really special place in our community. This historic church has been the site of hundreds of weddings, ceremonies, reunions, birthday parties, as well as holiday parties. So you can book your event today by contacting Amber Smith, our facilities manager, and she can be reached at 630-406-5282 for more details. And the rates just start at $50 an hour for residents. And for those of you who are anxiously awaiting our ice skating season, this is just a friendly reminder about some of the rules about the Depot Pond. In cooperation with the area residents, just a reminder to please stay off thin, slushy ice and freshly sprayed ice snow. Snow, rain, and warm weather can actually destroy hours of hard work and make the ice actually difficult to skate on. So when the red flag is flown, just a reminder, the skating is prohibited, absolutely. And also for the warming house, the Peg Bond Center will be open as an unsupervised warming house this season, weather permitting, of course. The doors will be open at 8 a.m. and are locked at 5 p.m. And only the foyer and washrooms will be accessible, but the Batavia Park District is also not responsible for any stolen or lost items. The Peg Bond Center will also be closed for rental for this season for January 1st through February 14th. And just also a reminder, the below zero weather, the temperature must be below zero for several days for the ice to become thick enough for it to be actually safe for skating, and it has to be 8 inches or greater of ice that is required for the pond for skating. So just a reminder, so just be patient. Also a reminder, the Park District does have holiday office hours. During this winter season, our Park District offices will be closed on the following days. Wednesday through Saturday, December 24th through the 27th, we will be closed. And Monday through Wednesday, December 29th through the 31st, our offices will only be open 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then also in observation of the holiday, our offices will be closed on Thursday, January 1st. And on behalf of the entire Park District, I just want to wish everyone out there a wonderful holiday season and a Happy New Year.
In other local news, a Chicago man has pled guilty to an armed robbery in Batavia. Antoine Hunt pled guilty to armed violence, a felony, in the January 25th robbery at the Batavia Pantry on East Wilson Street. He was held in Kane County Jail on Wednesday evening on a $300,000 bond. According to police detective Kevin Brentz, a knife and more than $300 in cash were found where Hunt was captured. In addition to the armed robbery charges, Hunt was also charged with child endangerment for leaving 3 children, ages 6, 4, and 1, alone in an apartment during the robbery. Let's check out a few local segments, including information on the upcoming play Our Town and the recipient of a national scholarship.
Thank you. I'm Cameron, here at Batavia High School, reporting on the new program initiated here called Bulldog Hour. Bulldog Hour is an hour between second block and third block every Thursday that allows kids to go to any classroom they want and work on homework and/or tests. I've talked to some students and faculty to get an idea on how they feel Bulldog Hour has been affecting them. So what do you do during Bulldog Hour?
Well, during Bulldog Hour, most often I end up studying for my 2 toughest classes this semester, which happen to be Honors Geometry and AP Euro. If I do indeed have a little bit of time extra, I will chat with friends.
So what do you do during Bulldog Hour?
Well, before this, usually I would have rehearsals for the 1 acts, but now during Bulldog Hour, I'm probably going to work on catching up on much needed homework for my classes.
And do you think kids are using the Bulldog Hour like they should be?
I would say for my junior and senior students that I have, they're definitely taking advantage of the programs that we offer. I'm not sure about some of the other kids, but from what I see as far as attendance and the groups that we offer, we've had really high attendance.
Well, there you have it, folks. Seems like Bulldog Hour has been a pretty good thing for the students at BHS.
Hi, I'm Luke Murray, and I'm in the lobby of the Batavia Fine Arts Center. Inside the Batavia Fine Arts Center are the Black Box. The play Our Town will be held. Our Town is a play that's going to be acted by the students of Batavia High School and directed by Batavia teacher and longtime director, Mr. Casburn. I had a chance to meet up with Mr. Casburn and Adam, who is an actor in the play, to talk about how hard they've been working on this play and what we're going to see. I'm with Mr. Casburn, the director of the play Our Town. Mr. Casburn, where did the idea for Our Town come from?
Well, Our Town is one of the most produced plays in the history of America.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the most well-known and most famous. And really, somehow, I think we have a bit of a new spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of the play is that there are no set pieces, really, and all of the items, the props that the actors would hold are invisible. They're all pantomime.
What's the audience going to see in Our Town?
They're going to see something that's going to be performed in 3 acts. The introduction to all the cast, marriage and death, like a funeral. And they're going to see families go through love, go through sadness. Yeah, it's pretty much all that is.
What kind of target audience are you going for? What kind of people do you want to come out and see the play?
Well, I think that we want the citizens of Batavia, really the surrounding community. The whole concept of the play is that our town is Batavia.
Yeah.
Students will be wearing Batavia colors. We'll be making several references to Batavia within the play.
If you like seeing romance, sadness, comedy, I suggest you come see it if you're that kind of person. If you love seeing people get to know each other from friendship and then eventually getting married, then yeah, that's a big go for it. Go see the play.
All right, thank you. All members of the play Our Town are working very hard, and you can expect all hands on deck for this performance. Our Town will be held February 5th, 6th, and 7th here in the Black Box. For ticket information, you can visit BataviaFineArtsCenter.org.
Hi, I'm here with Patrick, one of the Illinois State Scholars. Patrick, how did you know that you were a state scholar?
Well, I received a letter in the mail detailing that fact that I'm a state scholar. Also, I got a notification on Facebook.
Cool. Do you think it makes you stand out among your peers in knowing that you are a state scholar?
Yes, because it sets me apart from the other students at the school, since my ACT scores and GPA were that of a state scholar's.
How do you feel about being a state scholar?
I take great pride in it, that knowing that I achieved a award that not everyone achieves. Only 89 of us at Batavia High School got this, so it makes me feel pretty good.
Interesting. How does being a state scholar help you get into colleges?
Well, it sets me apart from others in the fact that I check a little box that says I'm a state scholar, so then colleges will consider my application more rather than if I wasn't.
Okay, thank you, Patrick.
I'm Tyler Brown here at Batavia High School, where the two creative minds of Joe and Danny came up with the idea to raise money for families in need. They came up with a great idea called Stop the Bop. Joe said that they heard of the idea from West Aurora High School. When West did it, they raised $1,500, and Joe's goal for our school was $700. We fell a bit short at $300, but Joe says that it was a good amount of money for a first-time fundraiser. The money that they earned is going to help families in Batavia that need toys for their kids during the holiday season. I got a chance to meet up with a couple of students at Batavia High School to see what they had to say about the song Axel F, which was being played nonstop during passing periods and before school. What do you think about the Stop the Bop fundraiser?
I think it's a good way to get kids to donate money to families in need, so that's good.
I think that it was a good fundraiser. I think that we should definitely be raising money for less fortunate children and their families so that they can have presents for Christmas.
I thought it was kind of like forcing kids to donate money to a charity instead of like actually having kids donate money.
What do you think about the music that was played during the Stop the Bop fundraiser?
I don't think it was all that effective. I think they could have picked better music than Crazy Frog Bros. I would have personally been really annoyed by Justin Bieber music.
There you have it. Back to the studio.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of It's News to Me. As always, most of our programming is viewable online at mybatv.com or on YouTube under the username BATV1017. Be sure to like us on Facebook and sign up for our newsletter to stay up to date on the station's current happenings. Thanks again for watching. I'm Anna Cahill.
And I'm Abby Lockwood.
And happy holidays from BATV.
Hey, that's news to me.